focused. We're ready to go. So I am so excited to have you guys because I really believe that this moment, these education sessions are what change the trajectory of your life forever. Because the moment that you get to position yourself into someone else's experience and see what they've learned from, it's an automatic uphill from there. So we are here to do Wealth on Autopilot, to talk about education and trading. But I do want to start with a risk disclaimer because ultimately this is an incredible way to make money and it is viable. So we do have to go through it. So trading or using Forex tools and software to assist you in trading carries a high level of risk. Only trade with capital you can afford to lose. This is not a solicitation to invest. The information presented in this video is for informational purposes only. You should evaluate your risk tolerance and personal financial situation before trading. This is not financial advice. If ever in doubt, please consult your own licensed financial advisor. And what's awesome is our platform actually has a financial advisor. So going into this, I just want Carrie to give a little introduction to herself so that everyone's not like, who are we listening to and why are we here?
Amazing. So yes, I am Carrie Dutton. I have been a chartered accountant for over 15 years in the corporate world. And I decided when I became a mum that I would leave that environment, the 9 to 5 or the 50-hour weeks and 3 weeks away from my children, to own my own income and security. So I've been a business coach. I was born in South Africa, and I really recently, probably in, November last year, decided I wanted to add new income streams to my life. Obviously, because it's safer to have more income from different sources. So I started looking around for some other income and business opportunities. And then I came across investing, and honestly, I've got a vision board and it just all fitted in with my bigger plan. I coach women in wealth and money. So I started investing, and now I'm also manually trading.
Yeah.
All right, amazing.
We got great people, guys. We got great people. That's the whole point. So a little bit about me, and then we'll just get right into it because I think that that's just the best way to go. So my name is Lisa Alexander. I'm a wealth mindset business coach, speaker, and trader. And ultimately, I believe that we are capable of doing so much more as women, but sometimes it's scary and the fear kind of gets in the way. And for me, the fear always got in the way. I always knew I was meant for more. I grew up in Las Vegas. I saw all the beauty of what luxury could give you. My family was incredibly wealthy, but no one taught anyone anything. And I noticed all these different strains that came when money was involved or money wasn't involved. And I just wanted more, and I wanted to be able to create more for my family. And I knew that there had to be another way to create assets. So looking for that, and in my dream of that, in all of the 9 to 5 jobs that I worked and the retail jobs that I worked and being a chocolatier, I found investing. And I thought, what would be possible if you could make money in a shorter amount of time with ease, with grace, and with abundance? Because that's really where I'm at, because Carrie and I are on similar mindsets of truly embracing and stepping women into their fullest potential of what they're capable of in the bank and what they're capable of in their brain, because everything starts with thought. So I am also an automated investor as well as a manual trading investor, and we will go from there. So what we will cover today, why using trading is your wealth strategy, because really you only need to start with one. It's just about starting at one place. How to build true wealth, what investor style are you, how to think like a 7-figure earner, what are the ways to go about it, and the marketplace platform ultimately that we use that we want to show you because it's changed our lives. So our promise, avoiding wealth building mistakes and learn how you can also be a lazy millionaire. I don't say that as in like lazy millionaire, but everyone's always looking for the easier way to get there, right? So if there was an easier way to get there, this is what we're showing you. So stay to the end and learn how easy it is to get started with trading today and get your wealth plan sorted with literally as little as $199 plus an $80 setup fee for demo for 30 days. And I know that a big common lie in this industry is that you have to have $10,000 just to invest. And that's just so not true. So what if there could be such potential at such a smaller investment amount? So you are not alone. Your actions have led you here. So if this is you, if you count the days in your boring 9 to 5 and you worry about bills and you're trying to get ahead of living payday to payday, it's just not a nice experience, doesn't feel good, your body doesn't feel good. You have some saved funds and you know there's a better way to let it grow. And the banks are not paying you well to save. There's a better way to grow. Like, banks are literally taking your money and like trading it for you. So why don't we do it? You have been led by fear and not stepped into investing and learned the tools the wealthy use to gain wealth. Your desire is to turn your crippling debt, shame, and nagging financial worry upside down and to learn the strategies to have money to show up for you on autopilot, guys. That was totally me. So let's take a second. What do you want to achieve in 90 days? Because I really believe that goals are really important and something that you can visually see what you can create, right? Because being an irresistible money attractor, learning trading and having money for yourself, there's such a beauty that comes with your own money, you guys, that like feels totally different. And what could you achieve in 5 years? What could that vision look like for you? I know a lot of us think that we can do a lot in a short amount of time, but realistically, you could do an incredible life-changing 360 in 5 years. So what does that look like for you? Are you on TV shows? Are you doing something to impact people? Are you changing the world? What are you doing? Okay. And then the wrong system of money, why we feel lost. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know about you, but when I first got involved, I was like, hand up, I'm lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what's going on. I need massive help. So active income requires that you step in, but that it like you always have to be working. This like feeling that you always have to be there and it's just uncomfortable. I want to get rich and not feel like a slave and not feel like I need to be involved at every moment of every time, but that involves mindset. That has nothing to do with our ability to make money. So we're here for the whole thing because you have to be able to get through these emotional moments to be able to be a good trader, to be able to have all of these things that you desire and have the ability to create wealth that prioritizes your money and learning and loving to do it and unlocking more and more in your life, because that's where Carrie and I are at. We want you to step into the things that you love with the money that you're able to create and enjoy. Okay, why using trading in your wealth strategy? Okay, so what are the financial markets that we trade? Foreign exchange markets. We also trade indices and gold. We also have other markets like the stock market and the crypto market. And we have some incredible things to share with you today that we launched this past week that Carrie and I are just literally like, how do people not know this is going on? We need to share it with more people and we'll share it at the end. Okay, Carrie, do you want to do?
I'll go through this one. Yeah, cool. I'm the numbers person and I love talking through numbers and compounding. So at least I can't really see the heading, but this is the long-term wealth strategy. So I just want to talk you through what it looks like when you can start tapping into compounding interest and looking at a longer term strategy. So most of us know the inflationary risk is reducing our standard of living. Our pension accounts aren't really going to be sustaining us in the future, and investing is a way to counter that risk. So this is an example is if you start your investing journey with $1,500 and just for conservative estimates, it could grow 3% a month over 5 years. And we do encourage our investors to build their accounts up. That is to leave your profits in there and also look at adding more money to your account each month. So what does this look like if you add $200 to your account a month and let it trade using our automated software? What could it look like in 5 years? And that is an nest egg of $42,000. Like, it is incredible when you start looking at the plan. And this is what the wealthy do. They are very strategic in their money wealth building, and they do tap into compounding interest. So yes, that's the numbers, and that's what it could look like for you. So let's move on to the next one. Now, I also want to cover, because I do see when people talk about trading, they are firstly talking about crypto, and it's like the only thing, the hot topic. I do want to just put it in perspective in a hierarchy of risk. And that is because I guess there's so many choices, right? You've got bank deposits, you've got stocks, you've got, crypto. Where does our current trading fit in? So we fit in under crypto, and that's like stocks and Forex market. So as an accountant and as a money coach, I definitely am very focused on risk, and I would like to see people build a foundation, and that is start off with a lower risk. And then once you have the foundation, then you can diversify into a higher risk portfolio. So yes, crypto is potentially amazing, but we do use Forex, and very soon we will also be able to trade in the stocks and be able to earn good risk rewards in that market. Yeah, I think this graphic really helps me to really see the bigger picture. I wanted to put in some slides here because I had some questions during the week from some of my interested women who want to start investing. And they asked me, how do they do their due diligence on this opportunity? So the first thing that you can do is to jump into our AP Legacy Facebook group. And in this group, it is set up there purely to share the experience and to help you make the decision on whether this is right for you. We have our members in the group that share their experiences, share their trading results. Often they are attached to an FX book, which is a third party, which verifies the results. So make sure you do that and do some of your research, and I've just popped in the details there for you. This is an example of a post that is in the group. Now, this is from Grace. She's one of our top female traders. I have interviewed her on a podcast interview, wealth series interview, and she's an amazing representation of how women can make it in investing. Ooh. And so Grace has posted here her results from trading. Now, she refers to Nate, who is actually the developer of our software, and how she's essentially like copied a trade that he was doing and earned great profits. With every result, we always make sure we put the disclaimer statement there. So obviously, Grace is an experienced trader. She's manually trading, and those results aren't representative of promised results, but it's a good indication of what women are doing and that they are profiting in the software. So other ways you can do some more research. For me, I'm a stories person. I like to see everything behind the scenes. So when I started with the software with Avorio Prime, I really went about my background research and really sort of getting the stories of women who are trading. So I've interviewed over 10 traders in our community on my podcast, and this has recently been launched to YouTube too, so it's fully accessible. So after this masterclass, if you want to jump in and find Grace's, you can jump in there and listen to some of those.
Do you want me to continue, my love?
You might have to.
No worries. Okay, so human capital in expert traders. You guys, look at these people. Look at these incredible, beautiful faces that are like literally honoring us with their ability, because I have not met like such amazing, true-hearted people who are intentionally looking to create wealth, who are intentionally looking to truly build your ability and not just like fluff you up, if you know what I mean. So Dante, oh my goodness, Nate Williams, we have so many, Jackie, it literally just doesn't end. So Nate does New York session, Hans does London session, Dante also does New York session on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Jackie does Asian session, I think a couple days a week, and Dasan, I think, is just getting in. But just so you know a little bit more about our educators and why they're so important. And something that is truly key to me about our educators is that they continually update our software. Like, what? Continually updating automated software is not something that's very common in this industry. A lot of automated software is created just for like a specific sequence and then gets laid over and then doesn't always end up working, which is why you hear all this crap about EAs that people are like, oh no, maybe not. But at the end of the day, it's just about, just like Carrie's saying, doing your due diligence on what's important to you about an EA. And for me, having an EA that was updated was important to me. So how can you improve on building true wealth? The keys to wealth strategy with investing. Okay, guys, these were the things that like truly made a difference for me in learning how to trade. Having a strategy and risk management plan, huge. Using technology to unlock time leverage, also huge, because you want to be able to be making money while you're not standing there doing it yourself. Finding a way to make money and growing itself and tapping into compounding laws without pulling anything out. You know, maybe have a play account, maybe also have an account that you continually keep as like a savings account that you know that you're going to continually compound in. Building multiple streams of income, whether it is affiliate status, whether it is residual income. It's just about diversifying your portfolio. And Carrie talks about that a lot. Do what the banks and profitable market leaders do. Learn how to trade not like a retail trader, but like a market maker. And something that I believe that is also really special about Avoria Prime and our educators is that people teach you to trade like a market maker instead of like a retail trader. And what is the difference there? Is smart money concepts like liquidity are really important to people like market makers and make absolutely no sense to people like retailers, because retailers are just going with the trend, you guys. They're just going up, they're just going down. When it goes green, when it goes red, they're just following it. And in order to truly understand what the market's doing, you have to see where the market has been, and then you continue. Okay, so what investment style are you guys? Let's get a little bit of response in the chat. Are you type A? Are you the busy, successful coach or expert that wants to full-time trade and wants to put excess money in a smart investment account, which is just automated? Are you type B? Are you an inquisitive, active learner? Are you using this money and mindset building to create more opportunity, which is also automated? Or are you type C, which is active, part-time millionaire, manual trading and investing time to actively trade the markets and be on the live trade rooms, which is both. So you guys, I started as definitely type like A and B. And I shifted into type C when I saw what was possible. When I saw other women who were capable of trading more money than I had made in a year and a day. Because I'm not going to lie, it's beautiful to see men win. But as a woman who was not good at math, it is very, very beautiful and different when you see a woman make more money than you've ever made in a year, and they're prideful and they're graceful and they're doing it for their family and they don't show it off. And it's not like you can't do this feeling. So let me know, you guys. I see a bunch of different ones in the chat. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the participation. Okay, investor psychology. This is one of also the most important situations. How does your mind have an impact on your wealth building? There's a reason that I am a wealth mindset business coach, because it all starts with an idea. Going to the moon started with an idea. iPhone started with an idea. Having the ability to do something more than we've ever done, it all starts up here. And you have to be able to take care of that. So mistake number one, people are unaware on how their emotions are affecting their decisions. So some people double down or sell off without following their rules. They regret their trading decisions because they were impulsive. I've definitely known many of people to blow accounts that way because I'm super emotional. And people were like, Elise, you can't trade. You're really emotional. And I was like, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I can't trade. And it doesn't mean that there's a way not to offset your emotions. And also avoidance and procrastination. These are the ways, you guys, that like does not benefit you to trade. And sometimes I know a lot of traders that are just willing to put their hands like underneath their legs when the first couple of minutes of trading come on, so that they don't move, so that they don't accidentally do something that maybe they didn't want to do. So
at least just go back to that. I will just add to that as well.
Yeah.
So yes, you'll probably find a lot of people out there who are saying they're not profiting in the markets. And honestly, this is why we use the AI software, because in the beginning, it's best you let the software do it for you and take your own personal choices and lack of education out of the scenario. And then when you get more confident, then you can start jumping into the live trade rooms and using the knowledge of the experienced traders to help you overcome that emotion, because it is a roller coaster for sure. Yes, so that's the thoughts there on why we use the automated trading software to support us generally at all times. Okay, so what are the ways to go about trading? So there's some options here for you. You can either learn to trade manually, you could take signals, you could buy courses and learn the information, or you can pay a financial advisor to take your money and trade for you. Or you can leverage our trading marketplace and do all of these yourself, right? I love the power of having control over your money and at the same time educating yourself. So the marketplace platforms, I absolutely love the fact that we've got some choices here, and we get benefit in choosing a software and being able to switch it every week. We have full control over our funds in our own broker account. We have full control over our risk. We can change our risk in the software at any time. We can change our risk on our trades. And we also have the expert support with the advisors. Plus, we have, like Elise was saying earlier, the educators that give up their time to show up live and trade with us for 2 hours in each session. We also have weekly education about market insights and what's going on in the markets. And we have access to an amazing, beautiful global community, which I really, really do cherish. And, you know, if all of that is not enough, you've also got the security of a 7-day money back guarantee. All right, so let's just get down into the detail now, like how to get started. That is through a monthly subscription, and it starts off with $199 US. What do you get for that? We get access to everything I explained before, the live trade rooms, the education, the software, the community, and you also, basically it gets deducted automatically from your account each month. So set and forget. I also had a question recently about, can I fund my account through crypto? And yes, if you currently do have crypto accounts, you can fund your subscription through crypto. And you can cancel at any time. There's no minimum period. Yeah, so it's pretty much, for me, that's why I didn't need too much information to get started, because I was just in the mindset that it fits with my goals. It helps me get into trading. It's designed by experts. It has all the elements behind it. So therefore, I was going to jump in and learn and just get into the community and then see what happens. So if you're in the mindset like that, like I'm a forward adopter, I will just jump in and make decisions intuitively, then that's me. Or you can go and do all your due diligence, tick off all your boxes, and then come back to us with your questions.
I also want to say that it's the only subscription that I make money from, you guys. I don't know about you, but having a subscription that I get paid to use is very nice feeling. Okay. So trading tools, choosing your access pass. The trading tools you use in each access pass can be switched on a weekly basis. I don't recommend it switching it every week, but it is an opportunity to be able to switch it, you guys. For example, I'm switching to Arrow this week to be on my manual live trading account so that I can continue with you guys and really just push my education in order to get it to where it needs to be. So the silver pass is our most popular pass, just like Carrie was talking about. It's $199 a month in USD with the $80 setup fee, and you get 2 softwares with this. So you can get 1 manual trading software, 1 automated software. And the reason that Carrie and I believe in that specific way so much is because really, once you have the manual trading income being supported into the compounding income, there's that's it. Bing, bang, boom. We're just continuing onwards to compound our money. Okay, so AP subscription, $199 a month. We have the $80 setup fee and the $30 a month VPS fee. What is a VPS? It is a virtual server that looks like it's from the 1920s, but I promise you it's not. It is something that helps us access our servers faster, safer. And so if your internet goes out and all of a sudden something's wrong and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to trade, what's going on? It saves it for you. You're good. You don't have to worry about it. It's not a big deal. Nothing. So
okay, and I just want to say that I have converted this for the Australian market too, but I don't think there's anyone from Australia on this call, so you don't have to go through all the numbers, but I just know for us, the conversion does your head in. So this slide also helps anyone from Australia to get across like what the initial cost is for them, okay? But basically, like Elise was saying, it's a setup fee, the one-off fee, and that just gets deducted from your account every month. All right, take it off.
Gotcha.
Take it away, Elise.
Investing platform, manual trading. Okay, so there's a couple different options, you guys. So Arrow is what I'm going to be joining this week, but we also have red light, green light. There we are going to be having a little bit of a parade for this week, you guys, because Carrie, can I tell them now or do you want to wait till the end? Okay, so red light, green light, you guys. Nate Williams is launching his EA for red light, green light. For those of you who do not know, red light, green light is a manual trading software that he uses during his different sessions. And now he is literally producing it as an automated system. I like literally can't believe it. I am going in like circles that how much of an opportunity it's going to be for people who are busy, for people who are really trying to make more money and don't understand how to. There's also Market Makers Trend. And in terms of automated systems, I have used Flash. I know that Carrie uses Gearbox. So just a little bit difference in terms of what they're going to support you with and maybe what style of trading they're going to be with. I know that Flash only allows you to do 2 to 3 trades. And I know that Gearbox allows you to do way more than that. So it's just whatever you're looking for and whatever your education status is. So getting started tips, starting and earning while you learn with our free training and free investor calls. So really starting with demo and continuing to learn how to educate yourself and then investing the money so that you don't lose all the money that you have no idea how to invest anyway. That's why we make sure that everyone has a demo account. So choosing your silver passes for 2 softwares, which is another reason why you have 2 different ones so that you can have 1 demo account, maybe 1 live account, and adopt it to your style. Trade with a demo account and save your money for later. This is what we keep saying over and over and over because this is the #1 reason of why people pay a trader's education is what I call it, is because they just get really excited. They go for it. They blow the account and then what? And be supported by us every step of the journey. Like, I know how hard it is. I know sitting in front of a computer and you're like, wait, that didn't go through or something didn't go right. And you're like, we got to continue onwards. So what is the minimum investment is something that we get asked a lot. Carrie, do you want to go over this slide?
Yes, amazing. So this is one of the questions I had from someone recently. She was working out how much did she need to fund her account to basically effectively break even, right? So just a very high level calc that, you know, what we know is you always need to pay your subscription cost of $199 and there's an average earning. So like Elise was saying, for the first few weeks, you're on a demo account. But if you're ready to invest your own money, if you invest around about $3,000 with the growth in that account, that could very nearly net you off, which is basically that I didn't tell her this amount, she came to this amount as well. So yeah, just know that you can get started with less and use different strategies to grow your account. But if you are one of those people who wants to start off with, you know, absolutely, you know, with the idea that this investing account is going to earn you back the money that you're paying in your subscriptions, then this is, you know, your first basic calculation. I also want to say that it's different for everyone, right? This is not financial advice. It really depends on your risk tolerance, what you set up your systems with, and yeah, how much you're willing to invest in learning and whether you're going to be manually trading. So feel free to ask Elise and I if you've got more detailed questions, but this is an answer to one of the questions we had. Yeah, so now it's time. If you've got any burning questions right now that have come up for you, please feel free to, you can unmute yourself, you can post them in the comments, and we'd love to spend a bit of time answering any of your questions. I know some of you are already trading, and you are also, speaking about the software to some of your people. So what are the questions that you have been asked that you want answers to as well? I'll just try and open up the chat a bit.
Please, I can't see it.
Yeah, it's taken a little while. All right. Just know that both Elise and I are available. If you got onto this masterclass, then you will have access to direct messaging us and asking us any private questions that you have. I love to answer most of these questions on voice message or record a training for you, just to help you make some decision whether it's for you or not for you. And yeah, thank you so much for investing some time today to learn about trading, to learn about, what it looks like to get started. And also, we have some of our community here too. We have some traders on the call. We have some people who are doing it and using the software. So I would welcome one of you to jump on and maybe share a bit about your experience.
Yeah.
For any of the new people on this call. Jen, call you out. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Let's share a bit about your story.
Yeah, for sure. So I am from Canada, and I have always worked in the service industry, which I really do love the industry. It's social. It's always a fun environment. It's a challenge, fast paced. It's very financially rewarding. I don't know what it's like where you live in the world, but in Canada, you make a lot of money in the service industry. But the issue is you work evenings, you work weekends, and you work holidays. So last year, after an incredibly busy summer season at a winery, I was like, I'm going on a trip. So I booked a one-way ticket to Latin America, but before I left, I was already thinking about ways that I could take my savings and build upon that, because I wasn't going to have an income coming in. And then I came across this platform, and I wanted to leverage the automation tools because I was going to be traveling. I didn't want to be in front of a computer going back to school. Essentially, I wanted to be out exploring this new country and just really enjoying myself, because I had worked so hard to save up this money and, be able to go on that trip. So I chose to go through with the automation tools, and I just love it. It's like, I honestly still am constantly like, is this real? Like, having to check and make sure that, because it's that like user friendly and hands off, which is the part that I'm still like, this can't be real, but it is real. I just reboot my software once a week. And yeah, it's been an easy process, and I've seen some gains from my account, which has been cool. So it's been a great experience so far.
Thank you, Jen. That's amazing to hear. And Nadeem, you've got your hand up. Love for you to share.
Hello, I'm Nadeem, for you guys that I have not met yet. But I'm just gonna go off and tell my whole story, I guess, in a brief little thing. So this time last year, actually, I was in college, and I was a little more convinced than when I started that I actually wanted to graduate. And I was trying to follow something that I really was just kind of told, or kind of like the family and the community here is big on college. It was all until I came across a friend who introduced me to this platform of Worry Prime, and I was kind of like skeptical, and I was like, I canceled a trip to New York, went to Orlando, that was kind of like the first risk that I was willing to take, and it was the best one so far. I've been able to meet so many super cool people, and I've been able to see profit as well on my automated account. I don't really want to set unrealistic expectations. Keep in mind, none of the money is guaranteed in this market, but there is ways that you can be on the more probable side of making money on it. So on my first week, I did make, on a very aggressive account, 34% gain. And so that like made a huge increase on my profit compared to like what regular banks are giving you nowadays. That account ended up getting me super greedy, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna take manual trades on it, and I actually blew that account. A lot of people don't know, but it's kind of like, that was my biggest learning experience, but I'm okay with it. I'm still sticking with it and trying to learn how to better my my ways around this market. So that's my story. I've mostly also been working in the service industry. I've had 4 jobs so far. So I think the example that Jasmine always gives about active income and passive income, about like, they're all good sources of income. It doesn't matter exactly what you do. Like, my brother is about to be a nurse, and like, that's active income, and I think that's so awesome. But it's when you're not working, it's when you're working harder on your job than you're working on yourself that it becomes a problem. And so this is enabling me to have a lot more time to work on myself, and just, it's even teaching me about myself. Like, it's teaching me that what kind of a person I am, and it's a whole journey. Like, if you do decide to run with this, just know that you're going to learn a lot, and it's don't take the things that you learn lightly. That's something that discovers a lot about yourself, and it's so awesome to see.
Amazing, Nadim. Thank you so much for that authentic share. Like, honestly, I'm learning a lot about myself too, and I am leaning a lot on my demo account to learn to trade, because I'm also doing what you're doing. I'm like, let's jump in and see this, and let's try trading on my own. Let's try trading in the live trade rooms. I can tell you, live trade rooms are where I get better results at the moment, because I'm still trying to learn how to read the software and read the trends, and it's a big steep learning curve, but the software does it for you automatically. So you can join us, whatever personality investor style you are. Like, you can go with what works for you. So I just want to close the call. We're just almost on the hour. Ooh. And leave you with a final, thank you so much for investing your time. Thank you so much for showing up, Jen and Nadim, and sharing the story. And yeah, we just honor having you here. Thank you for jumping on the call and interacting. And we'd love to be available to you to answer any other questions. If you've listened to this and you've got other questions, then contact Elise or I, and we'll be more than happy to jump on a call with you and help you further. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing day.
Have a good day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.